The Crooked Anchor and the Lady of Five. It was one of those odd, overcast afternoons at the Crooked Anchor, the kind of day where the clouds looked like they were trying to eavesdrop, and even the furniture seemed a bit suspicious. Raymond had been officially, if reluctantly, appointed pot washer, though nobody could quite remember who had given him the role or why he had accepted it with such fervour. He took the title to heart, naturally misinterpreting it, and had spent the better part of the morning washing the food instead of the pots. David had caught him gently bathing a pork chop with a sponge and a tiny amount of shampoo. It was looking dry, Raymond had said, slightly offended. Meanwhile, Brian sat with his paper, brow furrowed, reading an article entitled Devon's Most Delectable Woman. A list. Never heard of half of these people, he muttered. This one used to sell pickled onions at the Sunday market. Delectable? She once chased me with a jar. Clifford and Warren, now self-declared fridge forensic specialists, were knee-deep in an investigation involving a mysterious, smelly, sticky, gooey, oozing stain that had appeared at the back of the pub fridge. Clifford wore a headlamp and wielded a ladle. Warren had gloves up to his elbows and a grimace that said he regretted nearly every decision that had led him here. "I think it's sentient," Clifford whispered. "I think it winks," Warren replied, backing away. Just then, the pub door burst open like it owed her money, and in swept a woman draped in tweed and expensive eccentricity. She had the presence of someone who might own 3 castles and a lion. She paused dramatically at the centre of the room, lifted her chin, and declared, "My name, gentlemen, is Lady Farquhar Smith." Brian nearly dropped his paper. "She's number 4 on the list." She strode to the bar without further comment and looked David square in the eyes. "5, please." There was a long pause. David blinked. "5, what?" Lady Farquhar Smith did not respond. She merely stared, expression unmoving, like a statue sculpted by confusion itself. David, not wanting to offend someone who might casually duel at dawn, scrambled into action. 5 drinks?" She said nothing. David lined up 5 pints. She didn't blink. 5 packets of crisps?" Still nothing. Brian whispered, "Maybe she collects the number." Raymond popped up from the kitchen hatch, soaked and holding a freshly rinsed loaf of bread. "Want me to wash it before it goes out?" "Go back to the potatoes," David muttered. Clifford emerged from the back fridge, face pale and smelling faintly of pickled death. "The goo is gone. It's no longer in the fridge. It's migrated." Warren followed behind, pointing to his sleeve. "It licked me." Pete, in his eternal corner, watched all of this without moving. Lady Farquhar Smith picked up the 5 pints, carried them silently to an empty table, sat down alone, and began sipping from each one in turn with the utmost grace. "Well," Brian said, folding his paper, "I suppose that's what makes her number 4. Just another day at the Crooked Anchor, where pots get washed, food gets bathed, fridges ooze unspeakables, and mysterious ladies demand numbers with perfect clarity and absolutely no explanation."